My name's Amanda Webb from Spiderworking. This is my first ever WordCamp and I'm really excited because I think there was one in Kilkenny years and years and years ago that I just missed and I was gutted. So as soon as I saw this one came up, I was really excited. My favourite thing about WordCamp so far, there was a brilliant talk by Mark Scully. I go to his Learn Inbound events loads, so it was really good to hear a little bit from behind the scenes of how they've been marketing that event for ages. I've met so many great people already. It's really friendly. Some conferences you go to and it's all a little bit, you know, standoffy and cold, but I've just been walking up to people and chatting to them, so that's been great. I would totally recommend people should come to WordCamp. What have you got to lose? Like, it's low cost to come. There's loads of great speakers. You get a free t-shirt. And it's like, you always just learn so much at these events. Somebody behind me is signaling pints. So obviously if you come to WordCamp in Dublin next year or WordCamp in Belfast, whenever that's happening, you will get a really good pint of Guinness in the evening.
Hi, I'm Heather Burns and I'm from Glasgow. I can't remember what number of WordCamp this is. This might be 14 or 15. I've been going to them for about 6 years now and I absolutely love them. It's always fun to meet people from your local area as well as even around the world who come to these WordCamps, and it's fun to just touch base with these people and see them over and over again, and you end up making quite a few friends along the way. Obviously WordCamp Dublin is a very young community, so it's interesting to see how a younger, newer WordPress community is springing up in a very different time from when I started getting involved in the WordPress community and coming at certain things from a very different perspective than we did. I used to work as a web designer and I used WordPress in the bulk of my client work. Now I use it for my own blogs and work. What I do is I help digital agencies and professionals get to grips with laws and policies and regulations that impact their work. And I use my blog to host resources for them as well as just offer a running commentary on all the issues that we're dealing with just now. Well, WordPress powers 28% of the web. So if you are involved in making WordPress, be it with a plugin or a theme, you can actually have a tremendous impact on thousands and thousands of people who are going to be using the tools you develop to build their own websites. So it's really important for WordPress designers and developers to understand the fundamentals of good, healthy data protection and privacy practice, as that can cascade down to people you'll never even know. We're looking forward to seeing you at WordCamp Edinburgh 2018.
You got the dates?
No.
I'm Tom Noel. I am the lead organizer for WordCamp Manchester. I work at Automatic and I work on a VIP team. So as a lead organizer, I work with my organizing team. So I work with a lot of people from Manchester who work on the design, the food, the catering, the after party, the venue. It's more from the top down and making sure that everybody knows what they're doing and that everything is being done in the right order and on time. And it's my first year doing it as a lead organizer. I've done it in the past where I've worked on the website and the marketing, the branding side of things, but it's been really interesting for me to work on this and to work with other people and really get to grips with every facet of a WordCamp and making sure that it all works swimmingly and it goes forward and things happen on the day, and I'm really pleased with it. I think it's going really well so far. So I am a developer. I work on the VIP team at Automatic. I work specifically with launching brand new clients. So everything that goes through WordPress.com VIP goes through a stringent and review of making sure that when it goes up it doesn't go down because there's too many people, and it doesn't go down because someone hacks it. So we provide for clients we make sure that they know that they can trust that everything has been built correctly and to a really good standard, and that we feed back what kind of issues there could be and help them fix that and provide that level of technical expertise. And so I go through the initial walkthrough with clients of introducing them from a technical side, from checking their code, working with their developers, and that's what I do day in, day out. And it's really good. I get a lot of flexibility. I get to work from home. I get to see a lot of different people from a lot of different agencies and clients, and it's good then. Okay. So this is the Manchester WAPU. We have a worker bee as our WAPU, and if you notice, the W is upside down because it's actually an M. We see sometimes people holding it like this, but this is the correct way. It's a worker bee because Manchester's known for the Industrial Revolution, and we have a company in the UK called Co-op, a cooperative. And they use the worker bee as their mascot, and so in a lot of buildings in Manchester you'll see the worker bee above buildings, and those used to be their buildings, but now it's been adopted as a mascot for Manchester as a whole. We have it on towels in our town hall, we have it in paintings, we have it on the side of our bins and our post boxes, and it's really nice. It means a lot. It's people coming together and working towards a common goal and really accomplishing that. And so there's a lot of history behind it. And so Annette Wilkinson decided, when she was working with the first WordCamp Manchester, to turn it into a bee. So we've got our little stripes and our wings, and it's been pretty good. They've turned it into badges with WordCamp Central. I'm pretty happy with that. So this is actually my first time in Ireland and the first time I've ever come to Dublin. So there's a lot of firsts, as well as it being the first WordCamp in Dublin, which I think it's really important to lend support, but I also think it's important to see a lot of new people and new things. So I was really interested to see what the people here are like and what kind of things they were interested, and even just, what's the food like? How is it different from back home? And it was really handy because I always bring the wrong plug when I come to a new country, and they're the same here. But I'm really enjoying it so far. I've seen a good few talks, met some new people, seen some people I already know, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Tim O'Driscoll. I run a company called Be Online, which help various SMEs get online and enjoy all that WordPress has to offer. The reason I came to support WordCamp Dublin was because I actually went to Belfast, and I found the presentations and the talks there fantastic, not to mention my own one. But I also had the opportunity to come down here and present back to Dublin as well. So I think just WordPress is a great platform, and if I can help people get on it and use it, why not give back?
Well, my name is Una Ní Lanagan, and I'm a harpist and a harp teacher from County Galway, Ireland. I'm at WordCamp because I play the harp and I teach the harp, and I use WordPress in order to make a website called theharpteacher.com, where I upload tutorials and blog posts which I hope are helpful to students, people interested in the harp, and people who need to buy a harp. So it's really unusual for me to be asked to do a presentation. I generally speak with my fingers in that I play the harp and I perform that for a living. But it was really inspiring. It was an honour to be chosen, and I had to cut my 60-minute speech, I'm very long-winded, down to 30 minutes. There's been a lot of late nights in the last week, but I finally did it. So I suppose it's kind of hilarious. Maybe some people struggle to find words and hate being on stage, and my experience is that I'm very used to being on stage, so that element was fine, but trying to get myself to shut up was a real challenge. So probably one of the things I've enjoyed the most is the amazing community that centres around this platform. So far I've already had lots of interesting conversations, and I've only been here for 3 hours. It couldn't be possible though without the excellent organisation and voluntary committee, so I really appreciate that. It's running really smoothly, and there's great tea and coffee and treats and food, which is, always a good start. I am really excited to hear a lot of the talks that are going to be happening in the next day, and I've already heard 2 that are just really pertinent to me and giving me food for thought. So for me it's very inspiring, it's very motivating, and there's a lot of really valuable content that I'm glad to have gotten, and I've only been here 3 hours. I absolutely would encourage somebody who's a creative rather than from a technical background to come here. I would come from that background myself. I did music in college and English, so I don't have any previous experience in coding, in building websites, except for a tiny course that I did, which was kind of an access course. And yet I've already learned things which are suitable for my level and which I can implement when I go home. I've already gotten ideas about how I can improve the things that I already do and bring them up a step, and therefore it is the business, no matter what background you're coming from.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm a freelance web developer, and designer and programmer. I'm also a children's entertainer. I've come to WordCamp Dublin to help upskill on my WordPress skills, to network with some of these amazing people, and have a good time. My favourite things? Oh, I have to say it's been the quality of the presenters. They've been phenomenal. The staff here are so helpful. Just everything about this event just seems so professional and well run for first time. It's just unbelievable. If you've got an interest in WordPress and you've never been to an event like this before, I would recommend it 100%. Certainly based on my experience of one event, you will learn so much, you will meet so many people, you'll grow your contacts. It'll really expand your mind and your horizons when it comes to developing WordPress.
Ross Steedman from Design 33. I'm at WordCamp Dublin because for me WordCamps close the circle on what we do with WordPress. We use it every single day, and for me being part of the community is such a big thing. Well, we have a local meetup group in Edinburgh, and we hosted a WordCamp in Edinburgh recently as well. And I think for me the community is really the heart and soul of WordPress. We rely on the community for support, but we also feed back into the community as well. The WordPress community is really, it's the people involved with WordPress, but also its regular users, its bloggers, its coders, its designers. Everybody can get involved. Right from the dashboard inside WordPress, you can put in your location and find WordPress meetup groups that are in the location that you're in. What have I loved about WordCamp Dublin? So far, it's been the new people that I've met. The one about branding by, Mark Scully. That's been the best talk for me so far. Yeah, so I've been to 4, 5 WordCamps so far, and I would very much encourage anybody that's involved in WordPress in any shape or form to come to the next WordCamp that's nearby. But equally, travelling's fun, so if you want to go visit a new city and see some new sites, then yeah, absolutely, go to the next WordCamp near you.
Sorry, my name's Manoj Chawla. Well, I love the opportunity of sharing what I've learned of WordPress over the last decade. To me, WordPress is the printing press of the internet, and the ability to share that with everybody and grow the community is part of the reason I take part.
So I'm Sean Blakely from Pragmatic. I'm a producer and product owner at Pragmatic.
Hi, I'm Beatrice Whelan from Sage. I am the project lead for Sage Advice.
That's a really good question. Certainly still in single digits, but just about, I think. So certainly the last couple of European WordCamps, which were great. Really enjoyed Dublin. A couple of London, a few London WordCamps, and enjoyed them all. So heading towards a dozen, I expect, over the years. I love the community coming together to see familiar faces, friends in the community, to be hearing about the sort of latest developments that we have, some ideas, and it's a great time to sort of share our experiences, our recent sort of experiences, and see where others are in the community.
What makes WordCamp Dublin so special is the great combination of learning, networking and fun, and it's all taking place in a really vibrant, accessible city of Dublin.
For me, the critical thing about building a partnership is building up trust. And when you have trust in each other, so as an agency we can trust the client to be sort of open and honest and transparent, because that's what we offer to our clients. And so as we build that understanding and that trust together, we can achieve so much more, because we're working in the same direction, we're working for the same shared goals. And so as we build that partnership, so we can achieve so much more working together. My favourite thing about WordPress is the infamous 5-minute install, which was never even 5 minutes, it's probably 30 seconds. The fact that you can spin something up so quickly with zero technical expertise is an extraordinary achievement, and I love WordPress being so accessible to the community by doing that.
My favourite thing about WordPress is the flexibility. The fact that you can have websites that look so different, that are so various, and they're all built on WordPress.
Yes, I'm Juan Felipe Rincon from Google's Trust and Safety team. I lead a team of experts around the world who help people who own websites understand how to build content that's useful for users and that Google can interpret and understand to show up on Google search results. Oh, in web development, my first website I launched in 1996 or 1997. I've been building websites for about as long as the web's been around. Oh, it's been great. I've always enjoyed the WordCamp vibe in general. I certainly find that the community is super engaged, super active, super interested. The venue here we've had a lovely day, brightly lit, and it's been a very engaging day. And we have a team of folks around the world who have attended multiple WordCamps around the world. We attend a variety of events for multiple different web communities and CMSs, and certainly as we recognize that WordPress has made it really easy for a lot of people to create websites and content, and so we certainly want to engage with the community that makes that possible. Today, the highlight of WordCamp for me is always just engaging with people who are really passionate about what they're doing. That's something that's always motivated me in my experience in developer relations, and just people who care so deeply about what they're doing. It always energizes me and sort of reminds me why I love doing what I do. I think that any person who is engaging and using a tool that has been built by a community and that is supported by a community should actively engage with it. I certainly encourage everybody to be involved more in sort of open source efforts, community development efforts, because that's really how the internet was developed to begin with. So any kinds of events like WordCamp, Belfast next year, community events, participating on GitHub across the board, contributing to open source efforts in general is a fantastic thing to do. The web is such an amazing place for people to express themselves, express what they have, what they do, what they think, what they believe, what they make, what they create, their businesses. And it's such an amazing tool for just sharing who we are as people, for building communities, creating new ones, reflecting our old communities. Just that's so exciting in general. And then going to work at a company that makes it so easy for people to find that. And then in particular the team I work in, which is a team that's sort of protecting users from really bad things and from people who are sort of manipulating search results and things like that, so that users can continue to get the value of all that great content that's being created. That's what's not to love about that. Use HTTPS, protect your sites, make sure that you keep them updated, make sure that you are enabling all the capabilities and features that exist in your tools to make your content shine and make it easy for users to find what you have.
My name is Dermot Quirk, and I work as a project manager on a lot of different types of web projects, and I'm up from County Wexford. I attended WordCamp Kilkenny in 2010. It's really interesting to see the way the ecosystem around WordPress has developed in the meantime. There's a lot of the same kind of people at this particular WordCamp, but there's a change. It's broadened out. It's become much more democratic, I think, in a lot of ways. The variety of speakers has been quite excellent. One of the best sessions I attended was probably one of the most moderately attended, and it was the session given by Seamus Brady on Instant WP, which I think everybody should go out and have a look at, because if you work in development or marketing, it's a game changer, I think. Well, there's a really great buzz about the place. I really enjoyed Unani Flanagan's presentation on the harp, and I love the way WordCamp always throws the curved ball at you when you're going along to learn about the latest API calls. You get beautiful harp music.
Hey, my name's Kaylee Thorpe. I'm with 34sp.com and I'm a WordPress support specialist. We've been to all the WordCamps in the UK this year, so it roughly averaged out around one a month, so we've been quite busy. But yeah, it's been good. The things I liked especially about WordCamp Dublin was, I guess, the friendly atmosphere. It's been one of the busier ones we've been to this year, and everyone's been really friendly, helpful. There's like a happiness bar, and some of the talks have been really good. Yep, I did a talk on image optimization. It was more of a personal based talk based on my own experience with WordPress, the kind of things I do when I'm creating a website and some of the stuff I've struggled with when creating gallery websites, because they can get quite slow, so just sharing some of the things I've found along the way. The things I like about the WordPress community are everyone's really friendly. Even when I'm quite nervous about giving talks, everyone's really encouraging and makes you feel really relaxed. It's just a nice community to be in. Yes, I will definitely be coming to WordCamp Dublin and Belfast again. I'm looking forward to Belfast, I think, has a date.
My name is Lenka.
I'm Peter.
And I work in sales and marketing. And I came here to volunteer because I thought it would be a great opportunity.
I think it's like a great mix of people. They're coming here from different industries. And the talks are pretty broad. There's been technical talks, but as well business. And then the innovative side is also pretty huge.
I would say definitely come. It's a great opportunity to meet amazing people from different countries all around the world and from different industries. And also there's been some great speakers here, so you will definitely learn a lot.
Right, welcome to our WordCamp Dublin recording of our organisers. We've actually managed to get 3 of them in the same room, which is quite difficult. We had to kind of pretend that we needed them here. Guys, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Amit. I started a conversation about WordCamp Dublin last year in Belfast and ended up being lead organiser for this year.
My name is Colin Troy. I'm also a co-organiser of WordCamp Dublin.
And I'm Mark. I was lead organiser for Belfast last year and got dragged into helping out with co-organising Dublin this year.
Colin, tell us why WordCamp?
Well, WordCamps are a fantastic opportunity for anyone who is interested in WordPress to come together and meet your fellow WordPress people. There hasn't been a WordCamp in the Republic of Ireland for nearly 7 years, and Mark put us to shame with Belfast last year, so we decided it was time we sorted that out. And here we are, and it's I mean, the talks are fantastic. There's a great schedule, there's great speakers, but it's really, I think, about bringing the community together, and yeah, it's working out well so far.
There's a lot of chat about the community, the WordPress community bringing it together. What is this WordPress community?
It's an interesting question. I mean, it's really it's a very diverse community. You've designers, you've developers, you've got project managers, but equally you also then have a lot of business owners. So bloggers, people whose businesses depend on WordPress, and you then have people in corporate environments who are using WordPress for lots of different projects. So it's a very, very diverse community, and yeah, it's a hard one to define, but we're doing a good job today, I think.
So could each of you tell us what has been your favourite thing about WordCamp Dublin?
For me, as a lead organiser, I had to step back for personal reasons. To have the support of these two other guys and the 2 here, it was great, and that's why the WordPress community is so great. We tend to support each other, so it's really good for me from that perspective.
WordCamps don't exist unless you have volunteers, and everyone's time is really important. Carl, can you tell us about the volunteers at WordCamp Dublin?
Yeah, I mean, the volunteers I suppose they're superstars in terms of what they do. They're giving up their time. It's a not-for-profit event, so everybody's giving up their own time to come here for the weekend, and also Mark has been shepherding our volunteers for the last couple of weeks. So there's a huge amount of work going into just the volunteer operation, and it's really it's a monumental effort from from everyone concerned. And yeah, I mean it just wouldn't be possible to run an event like this without the help of volunteers.
Now, is it true, I've heard a rumour, that the organisers at the end do an Irish jig?
It's a rumour.
We'll film that later. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.